Coming to you live from downtown Detroit, this is Benzinga's Pre-Market Prep with your host, Joel Elconin.
This is a volatile puppy here, isn't it?
And Dennis Dick.
I'm bidding a penny. I will buy the stock for a penny.
With everything you need to start your trading day.
Oh, shit. What's up, everyone? What's up? Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. Spencer Israel. Let me bring Joel and Dennis on here. Guys, I'm sorry. I lost all track of time.
That was one of the best intros we've ever had, I think.
Going a little morning snack here. Thank you, AMC.
Free popcorn.
Yeah. It's still good the next day, I'll tell you that. Anyway,
Excellent.
Good morning, guys.
Free popcorn.
Good morning. What's up?
That was good. That was good.
How we
I
doing?
don't even know. Me and Joel are like, we don't even know what to say after that. We're both sitting here in shock. That's good.
Yeah, you just, you got your AMC coffee, you got your popcorn. It's going to be a good day.
Did you actually go to AMC to go get that? Did you go to the AMC movie theater to go get that stuff?
Well, where else would I have gone?
No, I didn't know if you had it. Like, you actually went to the theater last night just to get that stuff. Did you go to the theater last night?
I actually did go just to get this. As a matter.
What'd you see? Did you watch a movie?
No.
No, you just went to get the free popcorn. No. Did you sign up and actually get the free popcorn and then walk out?
No. So here's what happened. I went and I was like, hey, can you guys just give me like a bucket and a bag? That's all they want. And they were like, no, because we do inventory. We have to charge you. And I was like, really? And they said, really? And I said, all right. Well, like, I guess I'll just buy it then. Wait, actually, hold on 1 second. So I asked to speak to the manager, and he says the same thing, and he's like, you have to buy it. I was like, all right. So I guess I'll just buy a bucket. And then the guy was like, well, I can also sell you, if you want, our old buckets, which are the Wonder Woman buckets that we don't use anymore. Oh, cool. I was like, all right, give me one of those too while you're at it. So I got a Wonder Woman bucket. I got my Top Gun bucket. I got my bag, and I walked out of there $20 poor.
But if you would have just bought one share of AMC, you could have walked out of there with that popcorn for free.
You have to be in the Stubbs program, which I am not in.
Oh,
so
all right. Because one share of AMC is only $47 right now. So, you could have bought one share, basically bought AMC at $27 because you wouldn't have had to pony out your $20.
I know. Well,
good to go.
I figured Benzinga will pay for it. But anyway, good morning, everyone. We got a good show for you today.
Wow.
Markus Heitkoetter will join us in a few minutes at 8:30, right around the jobs number, actually. Don't forget about the jobs number, guys. We do have a number at 8:30. We'll talk AMC, of course. We'll talk Pershing Square, PSTH, or Pershing Tontine Holdings, I should say. Bill Ackman has found a target, at least one target, one of maybe more to come. We'll talk about that as well. We got some earnings. Joel, good morning. Is your internet fixed?
Yep. Just a couple reboots. We're ready to go. S&Ps are trading up 5.5 handles.
Before you continue, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I forgot to say this one thing. Guys, let me share my screen for a second here and show you something. We are on the doorstep. Benzinga is on the doorstep of 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's a live number right now. 99897. That's a live number.
If that popcorn opening doesn't put us over the top, I don't know what.
Opening is not to 100K. I don't know what will. Okay? As a reminder,
99897. Let's bring it up. Oh, it just went up a little bit right there live. Let's bring it up. Let's get it to 100,000. We'll put on our 100,000 hats. Benzinga 100,000.
You 100K. As a reminder, we
got one more.
As part of this this whole 100K thing, we're giving away a free share. Whoops, I think we just lost Joel. We're giving away a free share of Tesla. That contest ends tonight. The link is in the description. I'll put it in chat. Enter the Gleam contest to maybe win one free share of Tesla. Whoops, there's the link. It's in that chat, and it's in that chat. The contest ends tonight because we're gonna hit 100K today. Anyway, I do think we just lost Joel. Joel, are you back with us? No.
Joel's got some internet problems over there. Something's going on, Joel.
Wait. There he is. Joel, are we back?
Yeah. We should be good to go now.
All right. The YouTube code, guys, is I'm sorry, I didn't put it in there. YouTube code is SLIMERAZ. The word SLIME Raz RAZ. Look at that. Now we're at 900, 901. Let's go. We're 100 away. All right, Joel.
We're getting it by the end of the show.
Let's bring up your charts and let's do some levels here.
Okay, S&P futures are trading up 5.5 handles, 41.9675. You have crude, that's in the green by 17 cents at 68.98. Gold is in the green too by $1.30 at 18.7460. Silver's in the red, just a tad, 1.2 cents at 27.46. I'm thinking in the thousands because Bitcoin is down almost $3,000. These are the futures. They're down 2,800 at 35,900. I guess Musk had a tweet. Yeah. Ethereum's down $243 at $2,565. So that trading range in Bitcoin, we've been talking about 35 to 40. This might be shaken today, folks. But trading range.
This is unbelievable that, he tweets out and it kind of people are interpreting as a breakup picture on Bitcoin, and it falls 5% on this. I mean, this is your store of value that, Bitcoin, we got Elon Musk sending out a tweet and it can fall 5%. I mean, it's still just speculation. And what a driver the Elon Musk Twitter account is for Bitcoin. I mean, there's no other driver that is more important to Bitcoin right now than Elon Musk. I don't know, that will not be forever, but right now he's the driver of everything crypto. Just his, tweets, or is that a meme? Do you call that a meme? I don't even know if you call that.
Yeah, it's a meme. That's a meme.
Anyway, so a meme here from Elon Musk has driven Bitcoin down 5% today. So I don't even know how to interpret that. They said on CNBC it's a breakup thing. It kind of looks like they're not happy. So I guess that means Elon Musk is not happy with Bitcoin.
I guess I have no idea what he's thinking.
This is where we've gone. Our fundamental analysis now is analyzing memes. What does this ice cream cone mean? What does this breakup picture? Well, the breakup picture is pretty obvious, but I mean, that's where we've gone here now, Joel, Spencer, in our fundamental analysis. We got to put a course for this in the CFA program because we're going to have the whole, well, maybe even have to bring in level 4. We have level 1, level 2, level 3. Maybe we'll do CFA level 4, and it's just meme analysis, and that's it. Because you know what? That's what matters most to this market. A hell of a lot more than the fundamentals is the memes.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
I'm telling you.
You should hit up the CFA. And
I helped develop some, and I've helped with the level 3 courses at CFA. I've been involved with CFA Institute for a lot of years. So maybe I'm going to throw that out there. I'll talk to my contacts at CFA Institute and see if they want to add meme analysis to the curriculum. We'll see.
Anyway, Dennis or Joel, before you came on, we were talking with Dennis, and he noted the rather unique inside day that AMC had yesterday. Even though it had a pretty wide range, it hit 77 in the pre-market. It hit 39 yesterday. How low did it get? 37.
Got a little bit lower than that.
But still, it's inside day, right? I mean,
it's an inside day. Look at the candles. Show the candles. We had an inside day yesterday in AMC. That has got to be the biggest candle I have ever seen in the history of candles to be an inside day. The low of yesterday, 37.66, the high 68.80, and it was an inside day. Because the low before was 35.59, the high was 72.62. So resistance very well defined. Support very well defined. Do we get the triple bottom in the 38 area, or do we get the triple top in the 68 area? Wow, that's incredible.
Calm down now.
Volatility. Whether you're bull or whether you're a bear, the volatility in AMC is nothing short of incredible.
Although volume dropped 23% yesterday.
Oh, that's why we had the inside day.
Maybe.
You're quiet here.
45 to 50 looks like. I think it's going to calm down today. 45 to 50 is the trading range.
45 to 50. I'll go out on that. I'll take a lunch bet and say that this trading range gets outside of 45 to 50. That we have a wider than 5-point range on AMC. I'm going to give you extra. I'm going to say, and I will bet you a lunch that we have a day here where it's at least 10 points the difference between the high and the low of the day. The range is going to be at least 10 points.
Okay, it will probably be more than 10 points.
So you're not going to take me on that bet. I'm giving it to you. It's only 5 points so far. This should be a slam dunk.
You wouldn't take me on the 61.
And you know what? We'll do the lunch. We won't even do a lunch bet. We'll do a movie theater bet. Where we go and you take me to a movie.
Popcorn's on me. Popcorn's on me.
Popcorn. You got to sign up for that free popcorn. Joe will figure that out.
Of course it is.
The only person that got the free Shake Shack burger.
Since 4 a.m., I'm just giving you the range. And since 4 a.m., the high's been 50.66. The early traders got up, and the low has been 44.15. So I was wrong. It's 44.15 to 50.68. But little consolidation. Maybe I'll have an inside day on top of an inside day.
That could happen. That could very well happen. So anyways, technicals are there. 38, 68. That's the range yesterday. That's what I'll give you. So let's move on. We're not going to talk about AMC the entire show. We're going to actually move on right away from AMC. Maybe we'll come back to it eventually. But let's get into some other stocks. And I do want to go where you want to take this because I believe you own shares of it. PSTH.
I do. I sort of honestly forgot that I had it because I just don't. No, not like in a bad way. I think deep down I knew. I just didn't think about it for a while because I was like, I'm just gonna see what happens. Anyway, what was I waiting for this entire time? It turns out I was waiting for a portion of Universal Music Group because no one saw this twist coming, right? Everyone's like, oh, it's the largest SPAC in terms of money raised. What are they going to buy? What are they going to buy?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out, plot twist, they could end up buying more than one company. They're buying a piece of Universal Music Group, about 10% of the outstanding shares for $4 billion. And they're going to, PSTH is going to remain the ticker. It's going to remain as a public company. They're not going to do a conversion. They're going to have about 1.5 billion left of cash that they will then look to redeploy somewhere else. So in true Ackman fashion, this is definitely the most unique of SPACs. It was, remember the the payout structure for the PIPE investors was different for this one as well. And now he's saying, well, here we're going to buy 10% of Universal Music Group, and we're going to have more money left over. So maybe we buy somebody else down the road. So all that shakes out to a stock being down in the pre-market session this morning.
The target's simply not good enough. You've got every SPAC pretty much, a lot of them actually, traded back to par. And here's one pre-deal. You don't have a lot of SPACs pre-deal that are trading above par. And here you've got Pershing Square that's still trading significantly above par at 25. Par 20 on this, Spencer?
Yeah, they started this.
Somebody said it was 22. I think it's 20 though.
No, I thought it was 20.
I'm pretty sure it's 20. I don't think it's ever traded down to par. Maybe the lows of 22, but I'm pretty sure it's 20. So you got, Bill Ackman's going to get us a great deal. So, we'll trade with 20% premium when none of the other ones are trading with any premium at all. Well, that premium just got sucked out. So I don't know. Am I bullish this? No, I was bearish. I tweeted bearish on it last night, actually, when the deal was announced. I was like, I don't think the target's good enough. I actually was going to short the stock. It got bid up, and then I hesitated, and I'm like, oh, the warrants are there. So I went and tried to short the warrants, which is PSTH. .ws. There was 3,000 shares bid at 890. Couldn't get a locate anywhere on the warrants. So at least not quick enough. And then you can go outside. But I tried my 2 local brokers and no locate. And contrary to popular opinion, naked short selling is absolutely not allowed. I would go to jail for that. So I know everybody believes that everybody's just the Wild West and everybody's naked short selling. But no, you have to get a locate before you hit something. At a prop firm, it's slow-hanging fruit, and you go to jail or you get significantly fined, but potentially going to jail for a long time for naked short selling. So there's absolutely no naked short selling, very little going on in the market, contrary to popular opinion, but that's another story. Anyways, it cannot get shorted. It's down 22%. Moral of my story is, no, I'm not bullish after this deal. I don't think the target is good enough.
Tried to get to this daily high at just over 26.07. That was your high back on May 18th. And I guess we're not the only people to read charts. They're out there at 25.80. Probably had orders stacked all the way above 25.5 up to 26. Just make sure they got a piece. From a technical standpoint, we're coming in here. We're holding $23 down a $1.85. Been in a little bit of a trading range ahead of this too, so keep an eye on the pre-market lows. The pre-market low is way down there at 21.51. It's interesting that he saved some money. That's either a stock, strategic move where he's waiting for a better deal, because eventually, if you don't do a deal, you lose the money, right? Is that the way it goes?
After 2 years,
yeah,
you get the money back.
You have to return it. But I think this is not like people saying, "Oh, Ackman's got dry powder." I don't think it's by choice. I think they just couldn't find someone to buy with all their money, so they're going to have to split it into two. Because he's got to return the money if he doesn't invest it. So he'll invest it. It's just a matter of when and who. Again.
He's got some time.
He's got some time, yeah.
What do you think? You're a shareholder, Spencer.
I know. So
are you holding on to it? I don't think the target's good enough. That's my opinion.
Right. Okay, so last night I was like my first reaction was, oh, really? This? A record label? But the more I read and the more I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. This is like a real business. This is not a pipe dream. This is not a company that has revenue projections out 10 years down the line and like some ungodly assumptions, right? This is not helicopters on the moon, right? This is a real business. So I hate it a little bit less this morning. I don't hate it as much as I did last night because they have real revenue, they're growing, and it's a real company with a business that is a known commodity. They're not building any new technology that may or may not work with new business models. No, it's like this is a thing that we all know, and I didn't realize how big the company was in the first place. This deal values them at what, $40 billion? Well,
I think that's the biggest issue I have too. Is Universal worth $40 billion?
I mean, that's what
they're valuing at. So you could say as investors, if they're hitting the stock, they're saying it's not worth 40 bill. I mean, I kind of tend to agree with that. I mean, I think that reaction that you just said, I can't believe it's worth that kind of money. I think I have that reaction too. I'm like, Universal Music worth $40 billion?
But
really?
But I mean, this is like they have revenue.
Yeah. Do they have the revenue to justify that?
They have earnings. Like most SPACs can't say that. So in that sense, I kind of like it. You know what I mean? No,
10 cent. We get someone put in 10 cent is valued at TME at 26 billion. So I don't know. It's not groundbreaking. At least it's not a EV company, right?
What about Warner? What's Warner's valuation?
Chat's saying 19.
Is Universal the like? I honestly don't know. I don't have the financials for Universal Music Group in front of me. You know, obviously private, so I don't know if we can hunt that down. But it'd be interesting to just see on a valuation metric. Does it have the financials to justify a $40 billion valuation? I guess we know we're also in this market that fundamentals don't matter, but I mean, in certain cases they do. So be a good exercise. Maybe we do that over the weekend and analyze and come back to it. But my initial instincts are, I don't think the target's name is good enough, and I don't think I was shocked at the valuation. So it's two reasons to sell.
My instinct was not sexy, but real, right? Real business,
real, not an EV concept,
right? Not hovercrafts on Mars, right? real business,
yeah.
With numbers that you can actually project and not like totally make up or pull out of your ass, right? Like real numbers. So in that respect, I like it. So am I selling today? No, I am not selling today. I want to see how this shakes out a little bit. But I'll have it on my radar for sure. I'll have it on my screen, which I don't normally do. But anyway, it's down $2. In the
one thing to consider is that typically on the deals, you know, and before they actually do the merger over, but they usually don't trade too far below par. So, you know, it's not like I think it's going to 15 or anything. The downside is probably 20 at this point in time. 22 has been the low. It bounced off that in the pre-market too, so maybe that's even the downside. So is there the potential to bounce off the 22? I know Big Beat last night was buying at 22. Nice job because it's 23. I think there's some support down there at 22. I think you got huge support probably at 20, which is par. I just, like you said, I don't think it's sexy enough.
How does this thing get to $34 in February?
Well, and you know, I don't often sell the top. But I think I sold at 32 or 33 bucks. I had this for a long time, and I sold half of it up there because I was like, this premium is just too much. I'm like, we were looking at it, I was like, you know what, you know, he's going to really have to have an awesome deal to justify a 60% premium. So I think my first sale was 32 or 33 bucks. I'd have to go back and look, and then I sold the rest of it at 28. Obviously,
why are we even talking about valuations?
Just because the premiums are too high.
In valuations and sales and stuff like that. Why are we even talking?
Well, because on 99% of the market, it still matters. So I know it's fun to think that nobody cares about fundamentals, but at 99% of
but the 1% gets 99% of the market coverage.
The 1% gets 99% of the media attention. And that's why we've intentionally moved away from AMC to a certain extent this morning here, because we did have to show on AMC. I mean, you know, like Mark said, it is somewhat of a sideshow, but, you know, it's a good sideshow. Like, I love the popcorn intro. I love, you know, the whole story of this, you know, and bringing it back to AMC. The CEO was on that Trey's Trades last night. I watched that. I mean, you know, that person did a great job interviewing. The interview was enlightening to a certain extent, just showing how much the CEO wants to be connected with his shareholder base. So there's lots of interesting things, and maybe we can come back and talk about that too. But AMC is a very interesting story.
Oh, definitely.
You know, so that's the more, but fundamentals, maybe they don't matter on AMC, but they do matter on everything else.
Can I just tell you what my channel check revealed last night? It was empty there. Granted, I was there at 8 o'clock on a Thursday, but there was nobody there. The parking lot was empty. There was nobody inside.
There's nobody in the theater.
Again,
it was open, wide open.
8 o'clock on a Thursday.
Which one did you go to?
Livonia, which is the because the one by me closed. It's very disappointing.
Can you still rent the whole theater?
Yeah, you can do that.
How much is the so I had a buddy
I didn't ask, but
I had a buddy that did this in Indiana. He rented the whole theater for $99, and he had his family, 25 of them or something, went in there. The whole entire theater. But this was a month and a half ago. I just asked him, "Can you still do that?" And he sent me a link. Yep, you can still in Indiana rent the whole entire AMC movie theater for, depending on the movie, some were $199 and some movies were $99.
Yeah.
But the whole entire movie theater. I mean, this doesn't sound like the business that's kicking ass and taking names. So I know, we want to believe that, but this is still disconnected from fundamentals.
Yes, it is. And with regards to that interview that the CEO of AMC did last night, I watched most of it. They spent a lot of time talking about like semantics of the offering and the share count and future offerings. And I thought that was a little bit weird. Just to clarify something, because there's a lot of information out there that I think yesterday was wrong. The offering from yesterday, those shares were not sold in April. There was people saying those shares were sold in April. They weren't. The offering yesterday was pursuant to a shelf offering that was filed in April. Shelf offering just means that, hey, we are telling you now that we might do an offering in the future. We might not, but we might. We're going to give ourselves the option. And then that's what they did yesterday. And then I've never seen an offering get done on the same day, which is what happened. They announced the offering yesterday morning, 11.5 million shares. By 1 o'clock, they were like, we're done. It's done. Sold all of them. We're good. That's incredibly fast. That is really fast. At the market offering is different than, having to go price it and all that, but still really, really fast. I thought that was very interesting yesterday.
It's all interesting. I mean, it's funny. And Joel, this is your fault, by the way, that you brought this back to AMC. Because we're actually going strong. It's all in the back of our minds. AMC. We can't stop thinking about it. We were kind of rolling along on the show, talking about stocks that were not AMC.
It's okay.
And all of a sudden, Joel had to bring it back to that. Now I forgot what stock we were even talking about.
It's okay, because in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, we have the jobs number. So,
so we'll talk about the jobs number for a minute, and then we'll bring it back to AMC.
Yeah. Okay, and we do have earnings. We'll get to earnings, and maybe we should do an earnings report now.
Sure, let's do it.
I was going to say DocuSign because it was the biggest gainer after hours. DOCU, and their numbers were good. They beat on the EPS, beat on sales, and they reported strong guidance for the quarter and for the year. This is strong sales guidance. Nice after hours movement for DocuSign.
Tech is still back in favor. So, I mean, and obviously we had an ugly day yesterday in some of the mega caps, but smaller growth tech is still, yes, Kathy had a rough day yesterday. So maybe you got to take yesterday's out. But overall, there's still this buy the dip mentality in tech. And you are seeing some tech stocks hold up. This didn't even dip, are holding up on better earnings. A week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, if you're reporting earnings in your tech, they were hitting you. But now it's like, oh, no, people want to own these stocks again. So I don't know if that's going to change again or not. Obviously, we follow the rotations very closely here. But I still say, even despite yesterday's tape in tech, there's still this mentality of, I kind of want to own some tech stocks. So DocuSign, it's up $12.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Joel?
I mean, it's up and it's not leaking at all. I mean,
holding strong.
Yeah, it's holding strong. I can't remember what the stock was last week. Maybe it was like Aviva Systems, and it opened up higher, and you kind of look for like, oh, is this going to hold? I don't know how far back it was, and it just kept on going and going and going. So if you're trading this, there's a lot of room on, of course, on the upside. Just someone really wants to own it here. Let's call it 205, but then, they've had to bump it up to like 205, 206. So keep an eye on that. If it loses that, then yeah, you can work your way into this bar, but just see, maybe someone's stuck short or just trying to prop it up. But pre-market high is 208.44, and you're wide open here on the dailies. What's this one? This high. Oh, you're through that high. Maybe you get a gap fill today if you get really crazy. You got a gap between, I'd be a little tempted if it got between $12.98 and $13.79. This is a $200 stock. That's not too far away.
Okay, real fast before the jobs number, Mitch, come on, because Mitch added a new YouTube code. There's now a second YouTube code to enter and win a free share of Tesla. Mitch, what's that new YouTube code you added?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Definitely. I love the popcorn. So this might have been a tribute to Spencer, even though I didn't even know it when I made it. Let's go ahead, guys. Check it out, guys. Hit the Gleam link. This is your chance. One free share of Tesla. I mean, I know I've been asking for Raz, slide one over, but guys, AMC apes is the secret code, guys. Go ahead and get your 3 extra entries, guys. So definitely check it out.
All right. And we should mention Mitch did a great interview yesterday with one of the main, there are a handful of main AMC streamers. Mitch was able to get Matt Kors on. Highly recommend watching Money Mitch. It was last night at 6 o'clock. They went for about 35. Well, Matt and Mitch went for about 20 minutes or so. Highly recommend that. The link is on our YouTube channel. Check that out. It is not 8:29. We are 20 seconds away from this jobs number, just so everyone knows what we're looking for here this morning. We are expecting for non-farm. Where's my screen?
I went wide.
I lost my. Wait, I have the information pulled up and then I lost it. Oh man. Hold on 1 second. Jeez, what a morning. There we go. Okay. Non-farm payroll is expected to come in at 650,000 for May versus a number of 266,000 in April. Unemployment expected to drop below 6%. We're looking for a 5.9% reading on the unemployment number. And here we go. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
We're
going up. We're up about 4 points.
Where's that number? Joel, how are we looking?
Joel starts up. Look, we just hit 202, 4202, interday high from yesterday.
The number for non-farm payroll is a little bit light, 559,000. Again, I said the estimate was 650, so a little bit light compared to the estimate, but still well above April's figure. Remember, April was a 266,000. That was a big miss. They'll probably revise that higher, I would presume. But anyway, so non-farm payroll is a smidge light, 559 compared to the estimate of 650. Unemployment actually fell below the estimate, though. We are now down to 5.8% unemployment versus a 5.9% estimate and a 6.1 reading. I'm sorry, the 6.1. Yeah, I got that right. 5.9 estimate, 6.1 reading in April. So unemployment fell below estimates. Number of new jobs came in a smidge below as well, but still well above where we were last month. All in all, the headline doesn't seem that bad to me.
It's not bad. The market doesn't think it's bad at all. We've popped up as high as 4206. Only relevant number I have in that area was Thursday's close, or excuse me, to Wednesday's close of 0650. Now we came up a little shy on that, so that would be my focus number for the remainder of the session. I think just with the trading range that we had for the last 8 days, we broke, we busted out of the trading range, and now we're right back in it. So let's just call, the battle for 4,200. That once again, that's going to be the level. All-time closing high. You got to get about another 20 handles higher. That's 25 and a quarter. We sniffed that on Monday. But boy, oh boy, there were sellers out there. So we're just back. We're stuck. And really, this jobs number is not doing much to move us out of this trading range. Still within striking distance of all-time high. The trend's up. The trend's your friend. And here we are, 4204.50, up 13 and a quarter handles. We've already had the 40-point range so far. That's just about the average expected 9-day trading range.
I like what Pamela Brown said. Woohoo! We're not as deep in the quicksand. Oh, yep, Pamela, that's about right. We're not as deep in the quicksand. Progress, incremental, nonetheless, is still progress. All right, it is 8:32. I saw a couple messages in chat that they couldn't put the link to the contest up. Let me work on that in a second. In the meantime, let me bring on our man who joins us every Friday, Markus Heitkoetter from Rockwell Trading. And I would presume that he's having a pretty good week here. Markus, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
No, the question is, how are you doing?
Much better this week.
Good guess.
Ride, baby.
Ride those waves.
Ride it down and ride it up.
So the
I
big
know
question.
that you're all rooting for me as
We
soon
all
as you
rooting
see
for
right
you.
popping.
The whole week,
and I love
Markus. The whole week
Did you get out?
No, not yet, because I'm still slightly below my break even. Let me show you what I did here.
Yeah,
If I
let's see.
can share my screen. So, right, the trade that I got stuck in, again, got the first at 2150, was able to lower my cost basis to 1579. My break even is somewhere around 1440, 41, around this. So this is where yesterday, well, we kind of came close and I was tempted. And this is when I saw, oh my gosh, I was actually able to sell the 1550 call. Let me just show you here. So the 1550 call for 51 cents. Now, I'm trading 100 lot. And when trading 100 lot, this means in additional premium, $5,100 in additional premium. Now, what does this do? Why would I do this? Well, because it lowers my break even by another 51 cents. So this means that my break even is now at 13.90. And this is where we are back in business, because
Lazy
this
boyfriend
morning,
on the couch.
right? Huh?
He's working again.
I'm working it. So this morning we are at 1344. So I'm very close to my break even here. I told you. I mean, I am determined to get out of this at least with a small profit here. I might bail and go out with a small loss, but it would ruin my track record. But anyhow, so
Marcus, can I ask you a
taken a loss
question?
before?
pardon?
Have you ever taken a loss before?
Nope.
You've never taken a loss.
Nope.
What?
With this, I mean, in trading, yes, of course, tons of loss. With this particular strategy, no. With the wheel strategy, where I'm selling puts and then selling calls against it, no, I've not.
Did you consider, I mean, like putting an order out at like 1441 or staggering it around there and just like, washing your hands of the whole thing? I mean, after
You know what? Yesterday, yes, it was very tempting. But then with the rally that is going on right now, I thought, okay, you know what? If it closes above 1550 by next Friday, because this is the calls that I have, so they're expiring in 7 days. If it closes above 1550 by next Friday, my shares are getting called away anyhow. So, and then I'm done with this. So they're getting called away. I'll probably end up making $15,000 on this or something like this, and I'm fine. If for whatever reason next week we are not getting there, yes, I'm definitely considering closing it at a small loss. And right now, if we take just a look at the P&L, so I already collected around $10,000 in premium. Since it hasn't closed yet, the new $5,000 that I just collected yesterday, they have been added to my buying power, but they are not reflected here. So this would be an additional 5,000, which would be 15,000. And I see right now I'm down 15,000, so 10,000 down. That's not bad at all, because for the year overall, I'm sitting at around 88,000 that is realized thus far. So we'll see. I mean, just a small pop. And we should be good there. Yeah, but I was also able to load up yesterday when we finally had a down day. Jeez, I mean, all week scratching at new all-time highs. But then finally yesterday a down day, and this is when I went shopping. So
What'd you do?
Oh, as you can see, all across the board. Let me just share this so that you see, because it's easier to show it on the charts. So first of all, Apple. I mean, Apple yesterday was trading lower, as you know. So I sold the 121 put, because I said, you know what, if Apple goes below 121, I'm fine owning it. And this is a one-day trade. This expires today, right? This morning, Apple is up to 123.84. So this might just expire worthless, but I wouldn't mind owning Apple at 121. That would be okay for me. Also, yesterday, apps popped up on the scanner. Digital Turbine, I was able to sell the 56 for a one-day trade, and this morning they're trading at 67. So this was all, I mean, this is where sometimes the markets just say, hey, would you like to have some money? And I said, yeah, please, I'm okay with that. It doesn't happen often, and this is where it's important that you're not getting too greedy here. So let me just show you exactly on APPS, for example, what I did. Or let's go back to Apple. So Apple, I sold 8 for 21 cents. So that's $168. So it's not a lot, but it's a one-day trade, $168 here. So another apps, I was able to sell 18 for $15. How much is that? That's like around $300, $280, right? And it's again, it's a one-day trade. LUV, I'm finally back. Airlines are back. I mean, airports are crammed. TSA is reporting record travelers here. So yesterday I saw LUV Southwest popping up. Had a down day yesterday. And again, down days are just perfect for selling premiums. And this is what I do here, selling premiums. So here the strike price of 57, they're trading at 58.66 right now. As long as they stay above this, I just keep the premium. If not, I would buy, how many did I trade here? How many shares? Let's just see. Love was 18. So if they're trading below, I'm getting 1,800 shares of Southwest. And you know what? I'm absolutely fine with this. At that level, I'm okay doing this. And here's why. This is where sometimes it helps to go out a little bit and show the bigger picture. So I'm switching to a weekly chart. So if you're looking at a weekly chart here, we see that before the pandemic, Southwest has been pretty much camping out right up here. And this is a level between 52 and 64. So I'm okay buying it somewhere in the middle, or maybe even at the lower level of the range here. That is okay. So if Southwest, for whatever reason today, dips below 57, I'm okay owning this. So I don't have a problem with this. And that's the first rule and the most important rule when you're trading this strategy, right? And I mean, for me, when I look at a stock, I always ask myself, okay, am I okay if I'm getting assigned owning this stock at this strike price? And I am. Another one, LVS. I am actually in LVS. I own shares at $58. And this is where I have just been collecting premium like crazy. I've been able to sell calls at the 59 level, at the 58 level. So the shares are slightly down here, but let's go just to see LVS, what we did here. So the shares right now are down around $2,100, but already collected $5,300 in premium. So even if I would close out the shares right now, my break even is way below the 58 that I got assigned at. So I would still make $3,200, approximately $3,196 to be exact. So, but right now I'm just having too much fun there, because take a look at this. So today, so I only have the shares. I don't only have the shares in LVS. So I have 1,700 shares. Yesterday, for the 58 call, let's just go to trade and to next week out. So the 58 call yesterday, the last traded price was 67 cents. So let's say this morning, this morning they're slightly up. So they're up, 50 cents? Oh, slightly, yeah, not slightly up, a lot up a percent. So 57.37. So let's just say that I would get these 65 cents again. And how many shares do I have here? I need to double check. It's 1,700. 1,700. So this would mean 1,700. So this times. Let me do this again. That didn't work at all. Okay, because I would sell 17 options times $60. How much is this? I'm gonna use my handy dandy calculator. I mean, this is probably like $1,000 or something like this, right? Does that make sense? 17 times 60. Oh my gosh, yeah. So this would be another $1,020 that I can collect in premium from selling calls. So this is like, woohoo. And with this up move this morning, I'm pretty sure that I can probably get $80 this morning. So that's not bad at all. So I'm okay. I'm okay hanging on to LVS right now, because even though the shares are down, if I can collect another $1,000 in premium here, I'm just a happy camper. I'm a happy collecting premium here. And as you can see, it's not really a whole lot, but it all adds up, because Penn was also a nice one-day trade. Yesterday went down. I was able to sell it here, a strike of 75. And as you can see this morning, they're already trading up at 80.18. So yesterday was just a day where the market said, yeah, would you like to have some money? And I said, sure. Right, we talked about this. Starbucks came up.
Wait, hold on. So
Starbucks.
Question about the ride. So you lowered your cost basis. So what's the plan here?
What's the plan? Honestly, to get called away next week. So the idea here is for Ride. So right now I own 100 calls I sold. So minus 100 calls at a strike price of 15.50. So if we, and this is expiring next week. Next week is what, June 11? Yep. So if they're closing above 15.50, I'm getting called away. So this means since my cost basis is 15.79, I would lose $2,900 on the stock, but in premium, I collected around $17,000. So this would leave me with around $15,000 in profit if this is getting called away, meaning that it has to close above 15.50. If not, I will just keep selling calls, get premium, and keep driving down my break-even price here. Because right now, I mean, take a look at this. It's almost as crazy as AMC. Well, not as crazy as AMC, but the implied volatility.
It's pretty crazy though. It's pretty crazy though.
The implied volatility is 233% for today, 173% for next week. This is tons and tons of premium, because we know if the implied volatility is high, this is when premiums are high. So it is just insane where the markets say, hey, would you like to have some premium? Do you have some shares? And would you mind selling some calls? We will give you a lot of premium there. And say, okay, if you want to give me a lot of premium, I'll take that. So just in comparison, AMC, which is absolutely insane, but the implied volatility here is only 500%. It's only 500%. So Ride, in terms of implied volatility and crazy premiums, is almost there. I mean, it's a third of it, but that's still good. Most of, I see, if you're going to Apple, for example, that I've been trading yesterday, the implied volatility is 52% for this week. So that's not a whole lot. LUV. So most of the stocks have usually an implied volatility of 40 to 60. Here also for this week, 75%, usually around 35%. So Penn is probably a little bit higher. No, it's not ON, it's Penn. There we go. So it's 70% to 60%. So having Ride here with 170%, it's just juicy premium.
Got it. All right. Markus Heitkoetter is the founder of Rockwell Trading. To learn more, hear more, go to rockwelltrading.com/Benzinga. Markus, I can't believe we're here, but here we are. You're getting there. We'll talk to you again next week and see how this. See if you've been
All the way.
called away or not. We'll find
all
out.
the way. Yep.
All right. Thanks.
I'll let you know. Okay. Have a great day and a great weekend.
Thanks,
All right.
Markus.
There was a couple things in chat that I wanted to get to, but as a reminder, everyone, this is the extent of our normal programming for the day. After we end here today, we got the day 2 of the Cannabis Capital Conference coming up right here on YouTube. So you can go to BZ Cannabis or just stay on our channel. And we got another full day of presentations. We've got Sundial presenting today. I think they're at like 12:10. We've got Trulieve. They're at like 9:10. So we got a lot of stuff happening today at the CCC after we're done here. There was a lot of tickers being thrown out in the chat. Someone mentioned Ford. It's at $16 this morning. Wow. Holy cow. I pulled a Dennis and I sold too early. What are you going to do?
I pulled a Joel and I held too long. Yeah, I'm still
really got a boost from the GM news, right? That they're increasing production off of the chip shortage is easing. They're really jamming this up in the pre-market. I think someone has a boatload of the 16 calls and they're getting them in the money here, at least off the open. 1650. It might be some stock there in the book. 1658 is the high, but opened up and just paused at the pair of highs at 15, took that out with ease and added a stick. I think this is the highest Ford has been. I was looking back, I think sometime in 2015. I don't think you have another monthly high in this one until, this monthly high was at 1774. We haven't been over 16 since April. April of 2015. So nice movement forward. And GM, same thing. They goosed it in the pre-market and it just kept on going. New all-time high. New all-time high,
Jim.
Not by a wide margin, but nonetheless trading up in the pre-market today as well.
Still long both GM and Ford. Look at where in January where we were when the hype was all about EV and the hype was all in the SPACs and the hype was all in Tesla. Tesla was $880, and look at what has materialized since then. It's been what we've talked about as traditional automakers have been the best play in EV, and we knew the F-150 was coming. We've talked about that for a long time, but it's not just Ford and GM. Look at Toyota. Look at Toyota. Look at the move that's had since the beginning of the year.
What's
Look
the symbol
Honda,
on that one?
TM.
Yeah,
And it's been going, just parabolic here. I actually had this long and I sold it, and I shouldn't have sold it. I'm still long Honda HMC. That one's been going too. I bought that about a month and a half ago in the 29s, and obviously it's up here at 33 now, so it's been a good one too. So I'm long GM, Ford, and Honda. I was long Toyota too. I decided I had too many automakers, and I sold the Toyota. And I shouldn't have done that. I also got spooked because the market started selling off a bit, and I was up in Toyota. I was like, I don't want this to roll over. So lowered my exposure to equities, and I shouldn't have sold Toyota. But, this is what's happened. You've seen all those hopium trades have actually come off and went into the companies that actually produce cars and are going to be making these.
What a novel concept.
We talked about this months ago. It's not.
We got some heat. We got some major heat from the chat. Major heat. It's
worked. The Ford long, GM long, short Tesla has been working very, very well and it didn't work obviously for 2 years. I think we were way early on it, but thank God I wasn't short the Tesla. But it's working now. Dan Nathan said he thinks Tesla could eventually see 400. I was like, hey, you must listen to Pre-Market Prep, because I've been saying that for a while here. 400 is my price target on Tesla as well, long-term price target. I still think rallies to be sold in Tesla. I think that gap where we went, it's everybody's going to be buying a Tesla. It's not going to be the case. There's going to be so much competition. There's going to be so many other EVs out there, and I think you're going to see that electric F-150 everywhere. So I'm still long Ford. I sold half back around, I don't know, a couple months ago. I sold half. I shouldn't have sold half. I sold half, I think, when it almost got a double, because we bought about 7, and then it went up to almost 14. And then I always like, when the stock almost doubles or doubles, a lot of times when I'm long-term investment, I take half out, and then I'm playing completely with the house's money. But yeah, Ford and GM have been good.
It's not just those guys. It's all the ones that trade on the OTC markets that trade overseas, right? Like Nissan, like Porsche, Volkswagen. All of them. Volkswagen's been doing this weird short squeezy thing. There's a lot of these guys. Stella, someone mentioned, right? The company formerly Fiat Chrysler, STLA. Same story there too, right?
Did that finally move? Because that was
they're all going. They've all been going. They've all been going. So this is not new.
This and a great point here. Who just said it in the chat there? I just saw it go by. The only car company, where is that? He was saying in California, the only electric cars I see. Tesla's the only EV cars I see in LA. Marco was saying.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. Right now we're seeing just Teslas as EV because these ones are just coming. They're coming. But you know what? In 2-3 years, you're going to see a lot of EVs from a lot of different companies. And this is what the market is anticipating, is that it's not only going to be Tesla's EVs everywhere, it's going to be every other auto company's EVs everywhere as well. So I think this market is anticipating what we're eventually going to see. You're going to see these electric F-150s everywhere. You're going to see electric cars from every other automaker everywhere. So it's not just going to be Teslas everywhere. And that's what the market had its blinders on for a long time, saying every single electric car is going to be a Tesla. It's all about Tesla. And the market's blinders are off now. And that's why you're seeing this revaluation of traditional automakers as they realize that a lot of people are going to trade their gas guzzling cars in for the EVs. Like I have an F-150. I'm probably going to trade in for an electric F-150.
All right,
I'm not just, it's not just me.
We got Jason Raznick here from Miami. Where are you, Raz? In Miami?
Miami, crypto event. But yes, the market is finally catching up to me on the electric move. Ford, GM, not my top 5 biggest positions, but top 10 for sure. I have to say, Luke alerted me, Hot Stocks Luke, to Ford at $10. I've owned Ford.
Well, Pre-Market Prep alerted to you at 7, Jason.
Yeah, we were all.
That's when we all bought it. It was 7 on the Pre-Market Prep show.
I missed a couple episodes then. I messed up because I bought it at $10.70. I sold 30% of it at $14, and then I have the rest riding. But Ford is slow to the game, but they're coming back now. It's not going to be the long-term play, in my opinion. I think you'll see it top out at 22 because their model is not set up for profitability with electric cars. They're going to get hurt a lot. It's going to be a lot of problems because the whole service model is messed up, and that's where Ford makes a lot of their revenue. So this is exciting in the short term, but long term, it's going to be a whole change to the automotive industry.
You know what else is exciting? This is exciting. We are about to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, we got almost
we are
got the 100.
4 away.
Come on, Joel, subscribe.
Say something. We're 4
Whoever gets 100,000 gets a free share of Tesla. Or how does this work? We pick.
Yeah, well, we've got the Gleam contest. The contest actually ends today. Now we're 3 away.
How are you showing it like that? That's.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm in the back here. I'm just watching.
Mitch screwed up. He put it on our Slack today that we're at 100,000. We all thought.
No, read.
Hey, we did it! Boom, baby!
Boom! Boom! 100,000. Hey, look, we're flying right now. Look at it go!
Let's go.
20 more.
Let's fucking go.
There are kids here.
I don't care. You can fire me today. I got 100K.
100K, Mitch.
Joel just fired you.
We don't like the cussing.
Look at that.
Another 40.
Running some stops there.
200,000. Go.
Resistance.
200,000.
Resistance at 200K.
200K, 2 shares of Tesla.
Dennis said the S word yesterday.
I did.
Yep.
What did I say it on? I did say it. I remember saying it.
I know. Joel texted me after.
Yeah, I get in trouble for that, Jason.
Trust
Somebody
me,
likes that.
Joel is like, he grew up in like, I don't know, a monastery.
You know what the problem too is? My 6-year-old has started saying that S word too, and I was like, he said it like when he was 4, and I slipped up. It's coming from me, and I said SHIT, and my dad was right there, and Spencer looks at me, and when he was 4 years old, and he says, "What's shit? What's shit?" And my dad was all over it. He said ship. He said ship, like sailing the ship. And Spencer's like,
oh, nice save.
Okay, I'm like, dad with the huge save. Anyways, he's figured out now that it actually is not ship. It is actually SHIT. So he's turning 7, and this is his first cuss word. And I'm like, oh, so it begins. He knows now. I'm like, I'm trying to keep him, not from saying that, but it's a common one that's set out in the world. So ship worked for a while, but now he's saying that word.
I remember as a kid, I used to confuse in my head shit and shoot. I thought shoot was the bad word. Shit was the good word. And I used to say to all
the sheltered lives.
I just had to, my mom had to really tell me, no, you can say shoot. You can't say the other one.
I got to get back to the moment. Put the counter on the 100,000 again.
All right.
The 100,000 guys is because of Zinger Nation, all the shows, everyone's hard work. Mitch came on last year. We were like at 14,000, and it's just a lot of hard work. We didn't do it the sleazy way. There's a lot of channels that do a lot of hacking and stuff like that. Where we just do it by trying to provide good content. That's it. Compare our channel to other channels. Some of the best content you're going to get: debate, liveliness, truth. Like, if we make a mistake, we'll call it out. I think I don't know if I told you guys. I think I did last week that I bought BGFV at 189 and 164 and sold it at 250. It's at $35 today. I do not own a share of it. Okay, so we're going to call out like dumb trades like me. And if you ask me why I sold BGFV, I have no reason other than I wanted to reduce margin. So shouldn't have sold it. But that's what the show's about. Dennis, Joel, Spencer, Mitch, everyone's giving their real trades, their real ideas, and this is a congrats to the listeners, not us, because we're here for you guys. We're here. Yeah. We're here. Yeah, we're just here, right? Like, we're here talking at what we do, right?
Yeah, I mean, without them, we'd be talking to ourselves, which I guess is fine, but not as fun. So
wait, hold on. We got some fake news. Ian Tucker said that Voyager 9% and is federally insured, but it is definitely not federally insured. Definitely it's not federally insured. USDC is not federally insured, Ian Tucker. If you can find where I said that, I will send you $1,000. If you can't find where I said that, then you have to send me $100, Ian Tucker.
I think we actually asked you that a few weeks ago, I remember, and you said it's not insured. I mean, that's the one. Nobody's insuring 9%.
No one.
9% yield. Nobody's insuring that.
No one. If there was federal insurance on 9%, Ian Tucker,
everybody's there. There's a lineup outside the door for it.
Yes, you literally raise up $20 billion this morning, Ian Tucker. Sometimes you gotta like think it out, and if it's too good to be true, I say usually it is. So this USDC, I have some money in it, but I'm cautious on it too. I mean, it's safer than a lot of other things, but it's not completely safe.
If the company goes down, you'll probably lose your deposit. That's the risk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right,
So, great hard work. I know we have the cannabis event today, so Spencer wants me to shut up and get to a stock or something, but go ahead, Spencer.
No, I was going to say, and before I forget, because I almost forgot to mention this, Russell rebalance list out later today, probably at the close. So I know Dennis will be trading that at 4 o'clock. They're going to put their first list out of stocks that are being added and stocks that are being removed from the Russell indexes. There's like billions, maybe trillions of dollars tied to these indexes. The first list comes out today, again, I think at the close, probably around 4:30, and then they revise it into every week until they rebalance at the end of the month. So those stocks can move. Watch that today at the close. Russell rebalance list. Dennis, Joel, Jason, any final thoughts before we hop?
Yeah, I just have to think about it again. Dennis called crypto pretty well. Like 3 weeks ago, he was like, you gotta sell some of your stuff or whatever. And then people on Twitter say, Dennis, you're wrong on crypto. You didn't say sell when he did. I don't know what's more annoying is when we're wrong and then people criticize us, or when we're right and they criticize us.
We can criticize no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah, because like USDC, I promise you I never said it's federally insured. And like whatever. And it's like I'm more annoyed by that, I guess. Fake news. But like Dennis, you called crypto like literally you called it almost to the top and bottom, and you got criticized like on it. And then if you find if you pull up the clips, the truth tells. That's what's so cool about video. The truth tells, you know.
And let's not forget, Joel top ticked crypto back in the day. Did you not? Like in 2018.
Joel sold the very top of Bitcoin, like 18,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just never bought it back.
Oh, so
never bought it back.
All right, hey guys, I'm gonna hop off. I'll do some tickers. I know you got the cannabis event. I'm gonna do some tickers at PreMarket Prep Plus. So everyone have a good day, and we'll be back with you later on. Jason, have fun. Use some suntan lotion.
Thank you.
Please.
Okay, guys. There was 2 things. When am I getting slimed? I'm assuming next week in the office. We're in Miami. We're not at the Moxie, Bill. Moved to a Marriott actually in Biscayne because it's closer to the crypto event. And so we're going to the crypto event for the next 2 days. We're gonna be with Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, CEO of Voyager. We're gonna get a lot of interviews. Dave Portnoy. Luke may stay for the fight Sunday night with. I was going to the fight Mayweather and whatever his name is. But I'm not going anymore because I thought the fight was Saturday night, but it's Sunday night, and I can't make that happen to stay another day. So anyway, all right, I don't know. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. We appreciate it. And
all right, have fun this
Paul
weekend.
Adler, haters gonna hate.
Have fun this weekend. All right, Dennis, same to you. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. All right, he's gone. All right. Okay. Last thing before I go, and again, the CCC is starting up for today. The free Tesla share contest ends today. The timing worked out. It ends today. I'm putting the link in there one more time with both YouTube codes. Okay. There's the link. Both YouTube code. What?
I just have one last thing. Yeah. Email powerhour@benzinga.com. If you send an email to E-Trade, screenshot it. Say on E-Trade you want Benzinga news. If you send an email to powerhour@benzinga.com, we will send you swag, Benzinga swag. Send an email to E-Trade, even if you don't use it, that you would use E-Trade if they added Benzinga news. Send an email to powerhour@benzinga.com with your address and shirt size, and we will send you swag. All right. Sorry, Spencer.
That's quite all right. All right, everyone, please remember all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. Thanks to our guests, both Jason and Markus Heitkoetter. To learn more or hear more from Markus, go to rockwelltrading.com/Benzinga. The link is up on the screen there. Everyone, have a good rest of your day. Day 2 of the Cannabis Capital Conference starting right now. Again, we got True Leave speaking in like 10 minutes. We got Sundial at 12:10. This link will redirect to one of those tracks that starts now. The second track starts at about 9:20 or so. And full day of investor presentations, panels, knowledge being shared. Cannot recommend it enough.
Don't miss it. It's the best day ever.
Okay. It's the best day ever. I got to find a way to block him. I don't know if I can, though. All right, everyone, have a good rest of your day. Good luck at the opening. Good luck in your tradings. We're at 100,000 and 100 now. Let's keep it going. Keep the Momo going. Resistance at 200K. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Good luck, and I'll see you.